sometimes in this head of mine, there's a show reel that plays. And it's not a good one for me. It's the greatest hits of David Hammond's mistakes. It's the time that I had an opportunity to kiss a beautiful girl and I stupidly didn't take it, and then it shows me all the mess that then followed and what I missed out on. There's the time that I fell on my face dramatically in trying to put something on in church. There's the time that everyone laughed at me at school. There's the time that, you know, many times, we've all got them. There's a show reel that plays in my head. And it's horrible. And I don't know of an evolutionary reason why I should be thinking that. Like, why is it good for me? Why was my body made? Why have I evolved into somebody who just reminds himself of all his crap? Now, I say that in the present tense, but actually, I've got some coping strategies now, and it happens less and less. One of the things I do when that come up is I just pray, and I change my focus and I move on. The other thing I do is and this has worked for me even better than that, is doing something that this guy Paul, who wrote a lot of the New Testament of the Bible, talks about. He talks about taking every thought captive. And in my head, I'm good at pictures in my brain. I kind of picture putting that thought, that situation, that memory in a cage, in a cell, in a locked thing, and then just hurling it out of my head. I take it captive and I get rid of it. And actually mentally picture doing that. And I get free from that thought. And part of putting the cages around it can be, well, actually, what was the problem there? Yes, that girl that I really liked, bizarrely knocked me over backwards so that we were both lying on the floor so she could kiss me. It's a long story. But actually, we would have been terrible for each other. Well, not that bad, but do you know what I mean? It was a missed opportunity, but I'm a happily married man of 17 years. Why do I care? I missed an opportunity, and it doesn't matter. She's happy, I'm happy, we've moved on. But for some reason, my brain wants to tell me, or somebody wants to tell me, you stuffed up and you missed an opportunity. My mistakes as a presenter, as a leader, as a priest, well, I've learnt from them all. So sometimes putting those cages around is kind of pulling apart this kind of memory or this thought and going, do you know what? That's not a thing. And then I put it in this cage of like, well, that's just nonsense. Reality is that this didn't matter. And actually sometimes I'll go, well, this did matter. And I did do something wrong and it did hurt that person and it was real. But I'm going to lock that in the cage of my forgiveness. Jesus has forgiven me for this, and I've confessed it and asked for forgiveness, and it's dealt with. So if he's dealt with it, I need to forgive myself and chuck it away. If you're plagued by thoughts you don't want, what about you take those thoughts captive?